Hunting in Central Florida could be best described as a competitive sport. The access to good hunting land is few and far between. So having the ability to come out to a top hunting destination in Central Florida, which Seminole Forest is, means a lot, because it's the opportunity to harvest a nice animal and also just be in a great area with a lot of good people. The mobility impaired hunt is something I've been coming to for over 20 years. It's an event I look forward to every year. It's a time to get out in the woods, to de-stress, forget about all the day-to-day stuff that we do every year, and it's an event that is one part being alone with yourself, but also the times up at the check station where shenanigans tend to occur at times. But it's just a good time where you get to see a lot of people over and over, and a lot of times it's the only time of year you get to see them, and but it's always like you pick up where you left off.
The mobility impaired hunt started here at Seminole Forest Wildlife Management Area in 1994. I came here in 1995, and we had only had one hunt prior to that. So it was brand new. I think it might have been one of the first ones in the state. And there were about 15 hunters when we started. And since then, it's been 28 years we've been doing the hunt. It grows every year, mostly with a lot of word of mouth. Because this particular hunt, a lot of my hunters with disabilities seem to find other people with disabilities, which has been really nice. But the actual hunt, we usually get about 35 mobility impaired hunters. I think that this is a really important part of the hunting community. We have a lot of people with disabilities that don't think that they can actually get out there and participate in hunts. And there are opportunities not just with the mobility impaired hunt, but we've also have things like a Hunt Master, which is a portable stand that fits possibly 2 wheelchairs or 1 wheelchair and another person with them. And this gives them an opportunity to get up high, and a lot of these folks are not able to do that. We also have a track chair on property, and I believe there's 3 in the state, and people can use these also. So we use them on this hunt, but we also provide them outside of this hunt. But the mobility impaired hunt itself, there are several throughout the state, and I feel like it's a good opportunity for people with similar maybe disabilities can get together and figure out ways to best get out in the woods and enjoy it, not just for the hunting aspect, but also just to be in nature.
Well, for people with disabilities, getting into the woods is always hard. And on top of that, being able to get to areas where you can actually see deer are hard. So the mobility impaired hunt gives people like myself the opportunity to get into the woods and have a deer hunt that is before a lot of the other pressure is put on the deer. So it gives individuals like myself better odds at seeing just wildlife in general. And on top of that, Jean Marie, who is the one that runs the hunt, and all her volunteers, I couldn't say any better about those guys. They go way out of their way to help us every year. And so it's the community coming together to help us have a great time, and it just means the world to us.
Everybody contributes, whether it's bringing a dish for to share at the table, or helping retrieve animals, or helping a hunter get set up. Everybody is important in the whole weekend. It all comes together, and we couldn't do it without people that want to participate. And you can tell they want to be here. And when they come one year, they usually keep coming year after year. So we have basically the same folks coming every year. It has helped people to become basically friends, and I have people out here that are lifetime friends now. I've introduced people that live close by to one another. Kyle and one of our hunters, he actually left the state, but his name was Trevor. They lived in the same city, actually within miles of each other, and to this day they're very good friends. And we also have the family members. They come out, and it is a community that comes together, and everybody looks forward to it, almost like an annual reunion.
The volunteers out here help you in any way you need to be helped, from getting set up in your blind, to making a blind, to recovering an animal if you get the chance to harvest one, and also all the way down to getting it in the cooler for you. I can't say enough about the people that volunteer each year for this. So, come out and see what we do. I think you'd be pleasantly surprised. But this year I was able to harvest a nice 6-point buck, which was the cherry on top of the sundae, so to speak. And it was just a great time. I won't mention that I missed the bigger one. We'll keep that under wraps.
Somebody mentioned it this year, actually, and it really hit home that this is kind of a legacy for me to leave behind. So it's been a huge part of my life. My family knows all about it. My kids know all about it. And it's just something I'm really proud of.